The international phenomenon of modern-day piracy caught the world by surprise. Images such as this one, of terrified individuals at the mercy of gun-toting pirates, firmly put Somalia in the headlines. We've gone behind those headlines to find out the real story behind modern-day piracy, finding out the facts behind what many around the world think is nothing more than an opportunistic crime.
The people living along the coastline of Bosaso are much like the people living along the coastline of Isle, a fishermen, and they have been since time immemorial. But with the collapse of the Somali state came illegal fishermen from Asia and Europe, and thus began the start of piracy as we know it. And while piracy may have had its beginnings in very justifiable reasons, can the same be said of piracy as it is today?
These people have gone so far beyond their alleged justification of fighting against illegal fishing ships that if illegal fishing completely stopped, they're not going to stop attacking commercial ships until they're not making money off it anymore. I don't think there's a direct linkage anymore. That's why it started, but there's not a direct link between these two anymore.
This is in no small part because of the contribution of shadowy foreign individuals to a crime that has made them millions. And that this money has found its way into Kenya has become something of an urban legend, with these sponsors of piracy allegedly buying up property with voracity and always paying in cash.
It seems from the outset, it seems it's something organized. And I think it's not only even about the Somalis. I think non-Somali handies are also into this.
Sources tell us that one such individual, who is neither Kenyan nor Somali, operating mostly from Dubai, has strong ties to top members of the government and has of late been a heavy investor in the property market. He's said to have interests in Nairobi, Northeastern Province and Mombasa. And a lot of the money he gets as a financier of piracy, he reinvests in Kenya, corrupting government and city council officials as he goes along. Nairobi City Mayor Godfrey Majiwa admits that at least as far as public-private partnerships have gone, corruption could expose properties given in trust to the council by the Ministry of Lands.
It may have been abused in a way because there are cases that have in the recent past been seen not to have been conducted well. And that is why people might want to blame partnership. But partnership itself is not a bad concept because it's a concept that will help develop this country.
In Mombasa, Maur Bwanamaka, the chairman of political party Chama Cha Uzalendo, walks with us through Old Town, a place steeped in antiquity and rich history, but allegedly also a place that these sponsors of piracy have set their sights on for investment. He admits to having heard about people having been locked out of buying properties, allegedly because of piracy.
Sometimes back we had a certain chief of this area. I mean, as a result of a huge public outcry, was able to go out and try to issue a decree that actually whoever was intending to dispose the property or that kind of has to do it with the approval of the chief, because this was going a long way. When a lot of money is being floated here, eventually it was making all the properties here the prices to skyrocket.
Although the spike in house prices in Kenyan urban areas could be attributed to any number of things, even those loyal to the Puntland government cannot dispute the fact that money is being moved and property is being bought up using money from piracy.
No one can say there's that much percentage, and their existence is rarely can identify. But Kenya is one of the countries who hosting Somali community. So anyone who have access of who can survive financially can live in Kenya rather than Mogadishu.
Short of having either a piracy sponsor or property owner speak up, Kenya's taxation authority and central bank are perhaps the only ones with the capacity and cash to go after these piracy dollars. Why hasn't this happened? Now, because of the rumors about piracy, Somali residents in Kenya are becoming the victims of stereotypes.
Sisi hatuhusiki pamoja na pirates wala hatuhusiki na Al-Shabaab. Sisi ni wananchi halisi na hakuna mtu tumemnyang'anya nyumba. Ile ambayo inasemekana mpenda kuuza na mpenda kununua.
but not once has anyone in the government confronted the issue. Pirates, perpetrators of a crime we all thought was part of history, because of crimes committed in their own recent history. But how will history judge the men who take to the seas today? How will their sponsors be judged for bringing ransom money into Kenya? Are our police aware of the threat that this presents to national security? And how can Kenya be involved in ridding Somalia of piracy? When will it be safe for the international community to go back into the water? John Allen Abu, KTN, for the Inside Story.